Hi there, welcome back. This is Mano here. Today's medical phrasal verb is bring up. And there are two other related phrasal verbs, throw up and cough up. We'll look at each of these three. And we're going to look at the medical terms and the non-medical uses also of these phrasal verbs. Like I said earlier, phrasal verbs are extremely useful in stating your points clearly, concisely, precisely, etc. So let's start. Bring up. Now literally, to understand what it means, bring up is to bring from a lower position to a higher position. You bring up. So for instance, in an exercise, you say, you bring your knee up to your chin. Bring it up. Raise from a lower position to a higher position. Bring up. In the medical term, bring up actually means something that is down, it will come up. Stomach is down and it comes up, back, vomit. You bring up, you vomit. How do you use it in a sentence? The food was so bad that as soon as she ate it, she brought it up. Brought it up. Brought up, split, brought it up. You split this phrasal verb here. If you bring up blood, go to the nearest emergency center or call your doctor straight away. Bring up blood. The patient with pancreatic cancer brought up blood this morning. Means he vomited blood. He brought up blood this morning. In acute bronchitis cases, you bring up mucus. Mucus, phlegm. You vomit phlegm. So, bring up actually means vomit. Another meaning of bring up is again to bring it up, to increase. So, your doctor can say things like, if the pain doesn't come down in two days, I'll bring up the dose. Or I'll bring the dose up. Both are fine. Bring up the dose or I'll bring the dose up. Split or don't split. A related phrase like phrasal verb is throw up. Same meaning. Throw up. So your stomach throws it up. You bring it up or your stomach throws it up. So, after the breakfast, the bumpy bus ride made me throw up. The ride was so bad and bumpy that I threw up my breakfast. The baby has just thrown up her dinner. Throw up. Cough up, the third one. Cough up again means you cough and you bring out something. You normally cough up mucus or you cough up blood. So, I was coughing yesterday and I coughed up blood. So something's wrong with my bronchial tube maybe, or my lungs, any of my breathing apparatus. Throw up, cough up, bring up. In a non-medical way, bring up means to rear, to nurse. So the children were brought up in their parents' hometown. Brought up as babies. They were nursed until they became adults. They were brought up in their hometown, the parents' hometown. You need a good upbringing related to brought up. It's not a phrasal verb. Upbringing is one word. It's a verbal upbringing, a verbal noun. So his upbringing was very good. He was brought up properly. The care given to him in terms of health and morals, everything, values, as the upbringing. Another meaning that is to bring up a point for discussion. You must learn to bring up your concerns before the doctor so that he's able to treat you properly. Bring up your concerns. State your symptoms and bring up the related concerns properly. That means improved communication skills. The patient is always bringing up her heart problems. It could be a doctor or a sister, a nurse complaining, bringing up her heart problems. Cough up. In non-medical terms, cough up means to arrange. You have to cough up my next EMI. I don't know how to do it. That means it's not easy. I have to go into a lot of trouble to arrange funds to pay the EMI. So I have to cough up the EMI. It's like bringing it out of your system. Look at the difficulty, the pain and the trouble that you go to just to pay that EMI. I have to cough up the EMI. Come on, buddy, cough it up. You have to cough up my money. Cough up. Now we'll look at a few synonyms of these three phrasal verbs in the medical terms. Regurgitate, retch, puke. It's a very informal way of saying regurgitate is very formal, puke is very informal. Dry heave. Now what is dry heave? It is when you want to throw up but there's nothing in your stomach to throw up. So you just go and that's it. Nothing comes out. There's a dry heave. Heave is heave-ho. You pull. So the dry heave. You try to bring something up but nothing comes out, so it's dry. You heave and it's dry, so you say dry heave. Or you can simply say you are sick. I was sick this morning because a burger was bad. So phrasal verb, medical phrasal verb, you can use it in the non-medical sense as well. Yeah, do work on that. Thank you for watching this video, liking it and subscribing to our channel. We'll see you in the next video. Until then.